The design is based on immersion, and part of the magic of the theatre is what we can do on stage. We decided to do a mechanical theatre and show the sort of effects we could have expected on stage at this period of time. We're building it now. You see we are in a 21st century workshop working with 21st century material. We had to take some freedom on structure and on details like this, but the actual scenic elements are very, very close.
The majority of the technicians who worked in the theatre were from the Navy. It was exactly the technology of merchant trading ships, of large sheets of canvas supported on timber batten with spars, cranks, pulleys, counterweights, etc. So the whole stage was a technology of tricks and devices to enable scenes to be changed almost miraculously.
The V&A is so often in the business of presenting real things from history. Nothing from that period of this scale survives. I really relish the opportunity to put myself in that time and try and think like an 18th century designer. King George brought Handel to London. The opera was Rinaldo. It's the story of a crusader. And so they really threw a lot of money into the design, the spectacle of it. We are recreating one scene when we believe all the scenographic and theatrical effects available at the time would have been thrown at the audience to really create a storm.
Even with traditional technique, theatre can be extremely spectacular. Every certain number of minutes, you'll be made aware that the show is going to start and things are going to start to happen on stage.
The interesting thing about 18th century theatre is that there was much more a sense that the actors were in the same architectural volume as their audience, with the scenery acting as this magical background. We've got a galleon ship and mermaids who move on a rail. In between the painted cut-out waves, there's a modelled corkscrew. As that turns, you get the impression of waves receding in the background. And in the correct dimness of light, they can look remarkably realistic.
Obviously, you're not going to do this with rope and wood. The whole complexity of this is to find contemporary technology that we hide behind the scene. Can go so far on drawings, but it's such a complex three-dimensional element where you've got light integrated, moving structure. Basically, at one point, you got to put it together and adjust. 5 months running every 6 minutes is pretty top end.